with us from Stillwater, Oklahoma, Boone Pickens Stadium. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Guys, the Cowboys head coach told me before the game, one thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And the Wolverines will kick off first, and here we go. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The run inside. It's Hawkins. Across the 25, he's got room. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Cowboys want to crank the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. That's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Lots of room to run.
These wide receivers are so fast nowadays. They're such big playmakers. I just want to get it to them and let them make it happen. But a lot of times, we're running to him, too. We're focused on chasing him down and funneling the football in the right direction. Defense swarm did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble from the wide receiver.
The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. It's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Come on, defense. You can't forget about the fullback. I know you don't see him too often, but this is a guy that can make plays, and on that one, he catches it for a first down.
The Wolverines have it in scoring position on first and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Maybe some room here. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
On the move from inside his 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Quick release by the QB. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to throw it again. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
And the Cowboys now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Great job by the quarterback bouncing back. Just got sacked the previous play. Now all of a sudden it's 2nd and long, and everybody knows you're going to be throwing it. But he comes right back, stays in the pocket. He's staring down the field. He's not letting the rush affect him. He finds his open guy. He gets the completion. It's not a first down, but now you're set up 3rd and short. And this all of a sudden looking pretty good for the offense.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Cowboys will hustle to the line.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Might have a chance. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. And the Cowboys pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hawkins. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Motion from the wide receiver. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. One final play before the end of the quarter. Off play action. And they're not on the same page there.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
3rd down play from the gun. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. And he'll bring it back. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Underwood, under fire, and down he goes.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to.
And after the loss on that last one, an all-important 2nd down play from the 12. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Bringing the heat. Working that left side now. Oh, what a cut! And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
It's hard enough to get this guy on the ground once. That's his second sack of the day. Nice job getting in the backfield, not getting deceived by this guy's speed, because we've seen this QB, man. He can make people miss. Nice job getting him on the ground for the second time today.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. The offense changing the play. Throwing, Underwood. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's the problem when you get in second and forever. The defense knows they make you one-dimensional. They know you're going to take shots down the field. They stay deep, they break on the football, and they take advantage of the opportunity.
Looking for space. It's Hawkins. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Lets it fly. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Makes the catch. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They'll try to convert on 4th and short from the 20. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. This time he wants to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Cowboys!
I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And they did tack on the extra point. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Here's Underwood to throw. Here's the pressure. Finds a man on the left. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. To the air, it's Underwood. The short hands, it's Marshall. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
To the air on first down. They've got the screen set up. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the snap, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Could be an alley. He'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
You know, I really like how this offense uses the QB in the running game because he might not be the fastest quarterback in college football, but he's got just enough that you have to respect him and you have to account for him defensively.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Dumps it to the back. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hawkins. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The Cowboys will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Underwood fires one high and deep. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
Running inside, it's Hawkins. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Caught in the backfield, it's Barnes. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch. right away. You're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. They'll send the back in motion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He wants to change this route. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Still on his feet at the 45. Continues to fight for yards. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Fowler Nicolosi. Got it behind the line. It's Underwood. It is deafening in here. The paddle people going to work. Third down and a big one for the Cowpokes. Finds his tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They've already converted once on fourth down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere four-down territory. Here's Underwood. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
This could be the biggest play of the game so far. 3rd down and 2. There's a crease. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together. And you finally force the 3rd down, and they get the first down again. And so starting to sub some bodies because they're getting a little bit tired. They've got to find a way to get a 3rd down stop.
And the Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow. They don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill. Go get the running back. Get a tackle for a loss.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. This drive started about the time Walter Camp invented football, but the defense can finally get a stop on 3rd and long. Throwing, Underwood makes the grab. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The run inside. It's Hawkins. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Looking to fire. Going for the big play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting ball and picking up big yardage on the return. Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Inside Williams-Brice Stadium for South Carolina, the Sandstorm team entrance is electric. The fans make this one of the most special venues in sports. Loud, proud, and rocking. That iconic entrance is one you've got to appreciate. Guys?
Okay, Holly. And the Gamecocks are ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. At the 35, he's open. Oh, a lot of space. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Could not make his way to the corner.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Maybe a creep. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there that time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
He'll bring it out. It's McAllister. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Gamecocks are in the hurry up.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Sellers. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Sellers. On the run, still looking. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Again, it's Sellers. They're working that left side. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll move the wide receiver. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Here's Underwood to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Oh, they're after him. On the move to the left. Got a 1st down. Finds a crease at the 20. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
Out of the backfield, he's open. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
I love the type of throw there by the quarterback, throwing to his running back on that angle route. That cannot be a bullet throw. He just puts enough air on it, makes it an easy catch for his running back on the move. Running back makes the grab, and he's able to advance it.
Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
That right there is almost a benchable offense if you're the quarterback. 1st and goal situation, you can't take a sack, but to make matters worse, you can't just keep backpedaling and backpedaling. They're almost out of field goal range now.
After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. 2nd and long working here. Under fire. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play.
And we've already seen it a couple times now. Like, he is more than willing and actually quick. He's quick to get those puppies moving and get out the pocket and go scramble and make a play. If this defense is paying attention, his feet is a big part of this game plan.
Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Back's got it. Touchdown, Michigan! Michigan. A great catch and run for 6. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the school.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering him. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Caught over the middle. It's Hunt. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looking to throw on first down. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. to the big house, Michigan Stadium. It's the Missouri Tigers and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Wolverines ready to kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Crosses the 30. At the 45 on his way. Speeding down the left side. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
In a split backfield. The give from the gun. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll go right back to him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could...
Makes the grab in their space. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Wolverines!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good to finish things off. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. We're all tied up, and they'll try to get it right back. They're going for an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. The give to Hardy. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Yeah, and this offense is built behind this guy. I mean, a guy that you can hand the football to consistently and expect positive yards all day long, all game long. Now he's over 100 yards on the day.
The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Here comes the option. The pitch. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Has it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Push forward on the sneak. And I don't think he broke the plane. The quarterback just tried to sneak it in. Power on power, and the defense won it again. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Trying to power it in. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as his defense makes a play.
And his defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And his D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
They'll run it with Hardy. He's not going to get there. The defense getting penetration and stopping him behind the line.
Now, what a great job by this defense. Never giving up, man. Gave up some yards, get inside their own 1 on 4th and goal. And what did they do a good job of? Getting pushed, man. The big boys getting in the backfield, getting penetration, not letting the hole even open up, and they get the big 4th down stop.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Finding some room. Inside the 40.